sentry turret detected in your AO.
Express is a one-to-one remake of the Black Ops 2 map of the same name. Of course, the biggest difference in the map is the color palette and the technology seen around the map, since this map takes place in the 80s instead of 2025, which, honestly, is weird to think that it's only 4 years away now. Black Ops 2 is one of my favorite Call of Duty games of all time. Back then, I can't say that Express was really ever on the top of my list of maps I like to play. Not saying I hated it, but I felt like it got overshadowed by maps like Nuketown, Hijacked, and Raid. But now that the map has been remade in Cold War, do I still feel that way about the map? Hey everyone, welcome back to another multiplayer map analysis video. I know it's been a hot minute, but before I kick things off, I just want to say thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for 250 subscribers. It means a lot, and I can't wait to continue bringing out some more cringe for you to binge. Now, Express is your, say it with me now, standard 3-lane map. As discussed multiple times in this series, this is not a bad thing to keep bringing up, as it's an essential way that many multiplayer maps flow. Express is no exception, as the middle lane is the train platform and tracks, and the outer 2 lanes are the concourse and hallways. What makes the difference between a good map and a bad map is how these lanes interact with one another. On maps like Raid, there may be options to go up to a little overlook to get a bit of an advantage on your enemies Obi-Wan style. Express has this in a few ways, but the main ones are above the track hallways that can look over the tracks themselves and even peek into the middle terminal area a little bit. These are great areas for people to snipe, sit with assault rifles, or if you're playing domination, you can even peek an objective B that way. Now, I talked about how the Black Ops 2 map would always be kind of forgotten for me. Well, I think one thing that really makes this remake better for me is the way that you can move around. The mantling and movement of Black Ops Cold War is enough to make almost any map you put in the game better, at least to me. The fact that you can leap up onto the train opens up so many doors for flanking paths and other good or bad tactical decisions. Being able to move around the stationary train cabins also adds a nice touch of interlane movement to this map. With all that above interlane movement being said, I do need to talk about the main concourse terminal area of the map, or simply the other outer lane. This lane gets kinda left in the dust. It has a little bit longer sightlines, but since you have to go up the stairs to reach the middle lane, it makes these tough for people who would otherwise want to sit and use this area as a sniper's nest. If I'm being honest, I think I stay away from this lane, not because it's a dangerous spot, but because it doesn't have a whole lot to offer and you really don't find the action funneling towards this area. The only exception to this is when playing hardpoint and the objective is in one of the hallways that leads to the outer lane from the middle lane or spawn areas. Now, of course, I would be remiss to leave out one big thing that makes this map unique, and that's the train. I gotta say, it really is a fun little addition to this map that can shake things up and make you think twice about running across the tracks. I remember Hydro, which was a DLC map from the original Black Ops 2, having rushing water that could keep players on their toes as well, because it could take you out if you weren't careful. I think map hazards like that are great ways to keep players on their toes, and I remember Gears of War having something like that too with an avalanche map. I could be wrong on that though. Overall, I would say Express is a pretty good map from the BO2 version alone, and playing around with the Cold War mechanics manages to breathe new life into a map that I had personally forgotten about until they announced the remake. The only downside this map has is the stagnant outer concourse lane. Perhaps if this lane was elevated and had a window or two to shoot through to the other lanes, it would be more utilized. But oh well, remember, there is merit in taking the road less traveled. In multiplayer games, it can help you flank someone who has other sightlines locked down and perhaps turn that L into a W. Well, thank you very much for watching another multiplayer map analysis video. I know it's been a little while, but I should be getting back into posting videos regularly again. I really appreciate all the support I've gotten as my channel continues to grow, and if you're new here and still listening to my voice, why not subscribe and leave a like? That would get me in favor with the holy algorithm that holds my channel's success in the balance. Oh boy. Make sure to leave a comment to let me know your thoughts on Express, and check out my other stuff if you don't mind cringe and COD. Peace out everybody, and have a great rest of your day.